This new era they keep rambling on and on about is a load of crap. The era when pirates dream of treasure will come to an end? Yeah, right!
What are you talking about?
The dreams of pirates will never end!
Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Reggie here, back with you for another video. And in today's video, everybody, I want to talk about Blackbeard. Like, it's time. It's time that we finally have this discussion about Blackbeard that I've been seeing for a while, that I finally want to break down. So before we do that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. And without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, there's this theory, this concept, this general belief in some sections of the One Piece community that Blackbeard is some type of 3D chess level, Shanks type Ben Beckman, Machiavellian genius when it comes to his plans and schemes. And I just don't feel that way. If I'm keeping it a buck, if I'm keeping it all the way funky 1000, I do not feel like Blackbeard is some genius level intellect. Now, to be fair, I don't think he's stupid. I don't think he's like Luffy. I think he plans things out a little bit better than that. But when we're comparing him to actual intellectual characters that we've seen actually plan things out and actually have schemes and formulas and actual rationale to the things that they do, he's nowhere close to maybe a character like Law. I think Law's way more intelligent than Blackbeard, but for some reason everyone has this stigma on Blackbeard like he's just some type of genius. So for this video, we gonna break it down. That's fucking right. We gonna break down everything Blackbeard has done, at least in part 1, because part 2 he hasn't really done too much where people give him that genius crown. It's mostly in part 1 of One Piece. We're gonna break down everything that he's done, and we're gonna classify this as, was it genius, was it stupid, was this man just incredibly lucky and just happened to fall into the right place at the right time? I don't know, but let's break it down. So let's start off with what we know about Blackbeard. Blackbeard was an orphan who joined the Whitebeard pirates at the age of 12. He says himself that he joined the Whitebeard pirates because he always wanted the Yami Yami no Mi fruit, and he thought joining the Whitebeard pirates, which at the time, besides probably Roger, was the strongest pirate crew on the sea, this gives him a better opportunity to be able to travel the world and search for the fruit that he always wanted. Now, if we're looking at this from the scale of, was this smart, was this dumb, or was it kind of just mid? Me personally, I'm gonna go with mid. Yes, I do think it was intelligent for him to join one of the strongest pirate crews on the sea, so it gives him a better opportunity to find his fruit, but I think he probably could accomplish the same effect if he joined the Navy. Here's what we know. Blackbeard and Shanks fought, and Blackbeard is the one who gave Shanks his scar. Shanks says himself that he didn't get this scar by being careless. So to me, at the very least, we can see that Blackbeard was an incredibly strong individual even before he got his devil fruit from fighting with Shanks. So if he joined the Navy, that leads me to believe that he probably could have went up the ranks relatively quickly, which would have gave him more opportunities, more connections, and more intelligence to be able to find the fruit that he wanted. Now, granted, he was right in joining the Whitebeard crew, but I think that we should be able to remember also that Blackbeard was a part of the Whitebeard crew for 26 years before finding the fruit. We're talking about finding one devil fruit in the entire world. That fruit could have been eaten by someone else. That fruit could have fallen to the bottom of the ocean for what we know. So to me, if Blackbeard never found the darkness fruit, there's a strong possibility that he would have just stayed on the Whitebeard crew and just would have been chilling for the rest of his life. Even though the plan worked and he was able to find the fruit, I'm not going to classify this move as intelligent because I think he also could have went down other routes that would have gave him the same level of possibility. So I don't think it's dumb either, but I do think it's kind of mid. Now, the next thing that everyone gives him credit for, and this is my biggest issue with this Blackbeard is a genius theory, is that Blackbeard pretty much orchestrated the entire events leading to the Summit War. And if I'm really being honest, this is the exact theory that's the purpose of this video, because the concept that Blackbeard planned out everything that would happen to result to the Marineford War is absolutely preposterous. So people say that Blackbeard was so intelligent that he captured Ace knowing that Whitebeard would go to war to get him back, and that would leave Whitebeard vulnerable for Blackbeard to be able to go in and steal the Quake fruit. I hate this theory because they completely leave out the fact that Blackbeard wanted to join the Shichibukai. Of course, he wanted to become a warlord so that he would be able to get access into Impel Down. Now, me personally, I think that is actually an intelligent move if we're scaling it from intelligent to dumb or mid. I think that was intelligent, but they leave out the fact that getting Ace was completely by accident. Blackbeard actually wanted to capture Zoro and Luffy and present them to the government because the government said that he can't become a warlord because he was a relatively unknown pirate. Him running into Ace, having that fight and capturing Ace to send to the government was completely by accident. And this is what I talk about with Blackbeard being a master opportunist. Yeah, he wanted to capture Zoro and Luffy, but he got Ace instead. Now, is it intelligent to take advantage of whatever situation that presents you? Yes, but that is not a plan. That is an accident. Blackbeard failed upward. Let's not even put aside the fact that Blackbeard was such an idiot when he ran into Ace. Blackbeard killed Thatch, who was one of the commanders of the Whitebeard pirates, then runs into Ace, the 2nd Division commander and his direct captain, and then was like, "Hey there, Ace, haven't seen you in a long time. You look good. Hey, why don't you join my crew?" And even Ace is looking at him like, "Yo, bro, are you an idiot? You killed one of our crewmates. I'm here to knock your fucking head off." So to me, that's just idiotic. But cool, now Blackbeard's a warlord, which gives him the notoriety to be able to have access to Impel Down, which I'll say that genius. But right after doing something genius, he does something idiotic again. Yes, Blackbeard went to Impel Down to free some of the level 6 prisoners so that he can bolster the strength of his crew. But it seems that people ignore the fact that Blackbeard walked into Impel Down having no plan for Magellan. Blackbeard also got extremely lucky because there happened to be an entire prison break happening at the same time that he was going to Impel Down, which is quite possibly the greatest distraction in the world you could possibly have, to have another prison break on top of the prison break that you're already trying to do. When Blackbeard went up against Magellan, Magellan decimated his entire crew, and the only reason why they're alive to this day is because Shiryu had the antidote for Magellan's poison. So smart for becoming a warlord to get access to Impel Down, but dumb for going to Impel Down without a plan, and even dumber for going up against Magellan without the antidote. But cool. Right after this, the Summit War happens with the entire crew of the Whitebeard pirates going up against the full force of the Navy, and everyone gives Blackbeard credit because they say that it was incredibly smart of him to be at the Summit War so that he could take advantage of the opportunity to steal Whitebeard's fruit. So my question for this every time this comes up is, why does Blackbeard get the title of genius for being at the Summit War when all the other super rookies were all at the Summit War watching? Why does Blackbeard get the credit but none of these other people get the credit? Oh wait, I know why he gets the credit. It's because that he somehow knew that the Whitebeard pirates were going to lose and that he would have an opportunity to steal the Quake fruit. I think when people say this, they completely forget and leave out the fact that Sengoku and Akainu both went to one of the commanders of one of Whitebeard's crew and sowed seeds of deception, saying that Whitebeard was really there to trade the rest of his crew's lives for Ace because he loved Ace more than everyone else. That lapse of faith, that a large amount of Whitebeard's crew lost faith in him for a second and were starting to get decimated by the Marines, and also the fact that one of Whitebeard's commanders stabbed an entire sword through his heart, definitely takes into effect of why the Whitebeard pirates lost that war. But if you're gonna give Blackbeard credit for somehow knowing that the Marines were gonna beat the Whitebeard pirates, or at least decimate them to the point where Whitebeard himself would have to join the war and be injured enough where he would be able to attack Whitebeard and take the Quake fruit, you're either being super generous of Blackbeard's intellect at best or being extremely naive at worst. But hey, at the end of the day, Blackbeard got his hands on the Quake fruit, so he quite possibly has the strongest Logia on the face of the earth and maybe has one of the strongest Paramecias on the face of the earth as well. But if you want me to give Blackbeard credit for somehow orchestrating the entire events leading to the Summit War, which is quite possibly the biggest and most devastating war that's happened in the past 1,000 years in the One Piece world, you're crazy. I'm not giving him all that. Because if Blackbeard's original plan of capturing Zoro and Luffy would have worked out, the Summit War would have never happened. Now, the last thing that Blackbeard does, which everyone gives him so much credit for, is going around the One Piece world, killing and acquiring really strong devil fruits to be able to bolster the strength of his army. Why is this so intelligent? Why? Doesn't this sound like a pretty normal thing that anyone obsessed with power would do? Why does Blackbeard get the moniker of intelligence when Kaido was doing the exact same thing with his crew? The only difference was that his devil fruits were artificial zone fruits, and Blackbeard is just kind of going after any strong devil fruit. And then we've also seen with some of the recent chapters against Law that kind of having a bunch of devil fruit users in your crew can kind of be somewhat of a liability at times, especially when you're a pirate on the seas. So now that we finished breaking down all of the things that people claim makes Blackbeard so intelligent, I feel like I have to say one more time, I don't think Blackbeard is stupid. I don't think he's an idiot. I think he probably has mid-level intelligence. I think he makes half-cocked schemes and then gets extremely lucky and then takes advantage of the opportunities that he's given. But I don't think Blackbeard is some 3D chess level Machiavellian schemer. But maybe I'm wrong. Comment below and let me know. Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think Blackbeard is a genius? Do you think he's dumb? Do you think he has mid-level intelligence? Comment below and let me know. But with that, I got nothing left for this video. So, peace.